Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
This is Sushi Staples, a mother who insists she has nothing to hide, but she's about to realize the police already know the secret she's been keeping. The detectives, they're here because some little 10-year-old boy named Zion exists on paper, and they need to know why no one has seen him.
So, we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No.
No?
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves?
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
And right away, Sushi pushes back hard.
My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're not even out here.
She tells the officer she works at a hospital, she's in school, she's lived here for years without a single complaint, and they need a warrant if they want to get in.
Have we been here before?
No, you've never come to my house for anything. I've been here for 7 years and never had a problem in Rock Island.
Yeah, I didn't know you were.
I work at Genesis Hospital. I'm a patient care tech. I'm a student at Eastern Iowa Community College.
Okay.
I have a business in Davenport. This girl has made threats towards me on Facebook, posting her gun up, saying that she's gonna come to my addy. It's just never ending.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself.
Sir,
and he's in your basement.
Come on now. You think? Look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out of
No,
here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if, we have to investigate it, no matter how crazy it sounds.
If you want to do that, I would suggest you go through the proper protocols. I'm not about to let some crazy woman who now has my husband make Uranus accusations like this and have my rights violated.
I get it. That's what
that is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking. I'm not
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is. Okay.
I have 4 children.
Her ex-husband's new girlfriend's been causing her issues. She thinks that's who it is.
Ongoing. She's been harassing my job, harassing my place of business, harassing my children. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I've tried to get a restraining order against her, tried to get one against him. It's never ending. I cannot have any peace where I live.
And you guys only have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never-ending story with these two.
I get, like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Okay.
She's harassed my job.
Do you know her phone number by chance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know her phone number.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. Okay. It's like I said, we get a call. We got to show up.
They got to the point now where they don't have my phone number, so they emailing me. And this gotten to the point where they're emailing me because they don't have a contact phone number on me. Right. This is how bad the harassers got. Okay. But until I can get Rock Island to Cook County to serve them and actually find the address on them,
right,
that's going to be a problem. So they keep having me come back to court until I can get an address on them.
I'll add some notes just in the call that I was here and that it's a harassment thing, so we don't have to keep coming up here.
Thank you.
All right. Sorry to bug you. Just like I said, we got to call, even if it sounds crazy, we got to come see what's going on.
This lady, I don't even know what to say about her. It's never ending.
All right.
I have doorbell cams here.
I saw that.
I'm here. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
The visit barely lasts 5 minutes. It all starts on a quiet summer evening in Rock Island, and when detectives return with a search warrant in hand, it becomes clear they're not here because of a rumor anymore. This time, there's no small talk, no gentle questions, just a firm announcement.
Sushi, can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, just step on out. I'll explain everything.
Wait a minute, my kid's in here.
Okay, I understand that, but we have a search warrant for the
We're asking you
house.
for your cooperation to be up front with us.
Okay, hold on.
So step on out.
No, step
What
out.
side of the house do you all have a search warrant for?
The whole house.
The whole
entire
house.
You need to step out. Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
open the
okay.
door.
Open the door.
We'll all walk in casually. We're not going to tear up your house or anything, so...
Calm down, my kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
Sushi is stunned. She hesitates, looking upstairs where her 4 daughters are, and asks to see the warrant, asks to call her lawyer, asks what's going on. But detectives are already inside, clearing rooms one by one.
Can I see the warrant before we walk any further?
Okay, just-
I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so...
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
It's right here. You don't run how we
Yeah,
do.
you don't. You're not in control of this.
Okay, I'm trying to see. You all?
So, I need your phone, too.
My phone. That's not my phone.
Well, that's phone is taken.
Hold on to that. So,
Okay.
which rooms are your kids in?
Obviously not.
They're upstairs. I am very cooperative. I'm not fighting
You're fine.
anybody.
You're fine. You're
I'm
fine.
just, look, I'm
Tina?
scared. My
I'm
kids
going
are
upstairs and checking.
here. My kids are here.
That's empty.
Well, it's for an old heater.
And in that moment, the case shifts from a crazy accusation to something officers now have to treat as potentially real, because the tip that brought them here mentioned something no one can ignore. A child, a gun, a possible death, and a body hidden inside the home. But where is he? We will see how the detective calmly talks to Sushi Staples first to see if she can give us any information.
Can I call my family to tell them to somebody to come?
You're not under
You're not
arrest or
under
anything
arrest.
like that, okay? That's
Okay.
that's why I'm sitting here talking to
You're
you,
not.
okay?
Okay, I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone.
And just like the night before, she keeps saying no.
I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity and she falsely filed my taxes and my informations and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working with the FBI. I've been working with the IRS. There's been a lot of things popping up, and
Have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
But investigators already know that back in 2021, DCFS visited her previous residence in Chicago, and a worker documented 4 daughters and a boy named Zion Staples living there. They know benefits for a child named Zion were being processed. They know his name exists on forms tied directly to her.
One of the calls from 2021, DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago, and there was a Zion Staples there. Along with your 4 daughters, and then another young boy.
We had kids in the neighborhood come over.
So,
Some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
so you're saying there was a
attending
kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion.
I didn't say his name was
Staples.
Zion. No.
And then, during the search, an officer walks back into the kitchen holding something that instantly breaks the story apart: a birth certificate, a real document with a real name, Zion Staples, and underneath it, Mother Sushi Staples.
So is Zion a real person?
No. I can't call a lawyer and let them know you are here. I can't call a lawyer to come here to my house while I'm being questioned by you.
If you want an attorney right now, we'll just be done.
We'll be done.
All right.
But the investigation continues.
Okay.
Okay.
At that moment, the entire mystery solidifies. Zion isn't a rumor. He's not some neighbor's child. He's not a fake identity made to get extra help. He's real. He existed, and no one has seen him since December 2022. Meanwhile, officers moving through the house start finding small things that don't match the life she's describing. Children's items that don't belong to the 4 girls. Extra clothing that isn't sized for them. And then there's the garage. Cluttered, dim, holding things that look untouched for months. There is no blood, no damage, no disturbance. But detectives know from experience that injuries involving children aren't always messy, and a panicked adult can move a body. They also know that the tip caller was specific, an accidental shooting, a child hidden somewhere in the home. Combined with the documents, the DCFS history, the unexplained benefits, and the complete absence of Zion himself, the situation becomes clearer. They are looking for a 10-year-old boy the world hasn't seen in months. And they found him, in the most haunting way possible. Bodycam footage shows officers dragging the large circular metal trash can out. It looks like it hadn't been touched in months. It's metal scraping across the floor. It's not dramatic, it's not loud, it's just still. Too still for a home with 4 children living inside. And inside that trash can, police found the body of 10-year-old Zion Staples. The missing child wasn't missing. He had been there the whole time. When detectives finally confront Sushi with reality, her emotions scatter in every direction. On camera, she shifts between fear, frustration, and disbelief. Not about Zion, but about what's happening to her.
This is embarrassing. I can get in the car. Do you got to take my dignity away and put me in cuffs?
We're not gonna put him behind you, okay? We're gonna walk you to the car real quick, and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
My neighbors, they've been knowing me for 6 years. You see that badge over there? I work 2 jobs at Genesis.
I hear you.
I go to school out here. God, this is embarrassing.
Sometimes the truth only surfaces because one person refuses to ignore a feeling that something isn't right. Whoever made that call, the person who reached out to DCFS and said, "Please check on this child," may never see themselves as a hero, but they absolutely changed the course of this investigation. And that's the lesson here. Reporting a worry about a child is never a small thing. It can be the difference between a case staying hidden and a case finally being understood. We often think someone else will make the call, someone closer, someone more certain. But in reality, it's usually the person who speaks up early, even quietly, who helps break a silence. So yes, the story is tragic, but the fact that someone reached out, even anonymously, shows something hopeful. There are people who still speak up for kids who can't speak for themselves.
It's a little weird because all the knowing that all the time that we've been here working on the house and knowing her, knowing what was in the garage, literally like, what, 30 feet from the house that we've moved into, a little bit worrying, kind of scary, but it was quite a surprise. I wasn't expecting that at all.
And of course, prosecutors initially charged Sushi Staples with several offenses, including concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child. But as the case moved forward, it became clear the state wanted a guaranteed conviction rather than a lengthy trial. On January 4th, 2024, Sushi agreed to plead guilty to a single count, endangering the life of a child. In exchange, the remaining charges were dropped. And on February 16th, 2024, the judge handed down her sentence. 2 years in prison, credit for time already served in the county jail, 6 months of supervised probation upon release. According to state correctional records, she was released from Logan Correctional Center on July 25, 2024, with supervision expected to continue through January 25, 2025. The legal chapter is now closed, and the focus shifts to understanding what happened, honoring the child at the center of the case, and making sure situations like this don't stay hidden again. Also, what's your thought on this case? Please let us know in the comment. Thank you for watching and for being part of a community that cares about understanding these real events and learning something meaningful from them. If you want to follow more cases like this, feel free to subscribe and stay connected. Your awareness truly matters.